Let's go ahead and get in this Alabama-Michigan game.
Let's do it.
Let's go ahead and get in this.
Rose Bowl.
Can we pull up the spread right now?
Yep.
What it is?
It's 1.5, I believe.
It's 1.5 Michigan.
Correct.
I'm telling you right now.
3, didn't it?
I'm telling you right now. I feel like this is worst case scenario for Michigan. I feel like this is the worst thing that could have happened. As the 1 seed, but David, then it goes back to that thinking. We always talk about this during the NCAA basketball tournament. Would you rather go ahead and play the 1 seed in the second round or the Sweet 16 and play them then as opposed to waiting to the Final Four, the Elite Eight? Do you want to get the tough team out of the way, right? I know Texas beat Alabama. I think we got to look at Texas in a different light, obviously, especially with the way they played against Oklahoma State, seeing defensively them kind of figure it out. Washington, I think, is sneaky because nobody's talking about them really. We're talking about everything else. But when I look at this Alabama-Michigan matchup, I do feel like Alabama is physical enough to hang in there and have a 12-round fight with Michigan up front. But I think they're more athletic. You look at Ohio State, right? I think there's some similarities there. But where's the difference? It's at quarterback with Jalen Milroe and what he can do with his legs. Georgia was able to corral him somewhat, but we did see times where he could extend the play then, make plays. We saw it in the red zone for a touchdown. We saw the quarterback design run game. I feel like Alabama, in my opinion right now, has the edge over Michigan. You put a gun to my head right now, I'm taking Alabama over Michigan. Now, what I think it will come down to, Alabama defensively in the back end, I think is better than what Michigan has out wide. Can Michigan smush Alabama up front like they've done everybody else? We talk about styles make fights. Michigan styles, more methodical, play action. I know J.J. McCarthy can extend the play, but Alabama's got cats running around on defense that, similar to Ohio State, he's not going to be an elite runner against these guys. I feel right now that Alabama has a little bit of the, well, we don't belong here and everybody's going against us, whatever. And I just go back to that Michigan reaction when they saw that they were playing Alabama. And if I don't know if we got that, but you could just feel when they saw that, like Blaine says all the time, we hear people talk about, we want Bama. You see Colorado after starting out 2-0 after beating nobody. We want Bama. Deep down, no, you don't.
I
really
thought it
don't.
Was an overreaction to that video. I thought it was just everybody as college football fans was shocked that Florida State got hosed like that, and then you heard people
a little bit
start
of both.
clapping. I just thought, honestly, I don't care. This is an unbelievable matchup. Michigan, Alabama in the Rose Bowl, in the granddaddy of them all. Like, this is fantastic, and it really is going to be a more compelling football game than what would have been otherwise. I think Michigan should embrace playing Alabama early, just like you said. Like, go ahead and get this out of the way. Like, do you really want to run through, like, the college football playoff in the 1 year where you have your best team and there was no SEC team? Yeah. Like, that is more of an asterisk than anything else that's happened throughout the season as far as I'm concerned.
When it comes to skincare, Genucel is the best in the business, regardless if you're male or female. Now, we all know the holidays can be hectic, shopping, cooking, never-ending list of things to do. But fear not, because we have a gift that's not just thoughtful, it's downright transformative. That's the gift of Genucel Skincare, and their most popular package has a special discount just for our listeners at Genucel.com/booster. That's GENUCEL.com/booster. Treat yourself and your loved ones to the absolute best skincare in the world. There's a reason our skin is unbelievably silky, smooth, and delicious. If you got forehead wrinkles, fine lines, skin redness, yes, even a sagging jawline, they'll make you look like a superhero in minutes. It'll disappear right in front of your eyes with their most popular collection. So go to Genucel.com/booster to get this incredible holiday discount. Every order today is instantly upgraded to free express shipping. That's Genucel.com/booster. They made Christmas come early this year. They sent us down a ton of products for the entire office, and everybody loves it, including Justine, who absolutely is super duper in love with it. Isn't that right, PJ?
Yep.
Yup.
When you talk about this matchup, you have to start with Nick Saban and with Jim Harbaugh. Given Nick Saban's incredible track record in the postseason, compared to Jim Harbaugh's really like lackluster track record in the postseason, 1-5 or 1-6 in December, something like that. Like, obviously, you have to give the edge to Alabama, just writ large, before you even start dissecting rosters and any of that kind of stuff, right? But when you look, down down ballot on the coaching staff and within the rosters, this is going to be a fascinating football game. I think Jesse Minter, Michigan's defensive coordinator, is one of the best in the country. I think that Michigan wins that against Tommy Rees, the offensive coordinator on Alabama's side. Now, of course, Jalen Milroe is the X factor. So can you pressure him? Can you get him on the ground without over-rushing him, without giving up running lanes, right? Can you force him to stand in the pocket and make throws down the field? Because I think Michigan's secondary has been the most improved aspect of the team this year. Mike Sanderson is one of the best players in the country. Now, I'm wondering if Will Johnson's going to come back healthy. If Will Johnson, if he gives you, because he's the best corner on the team to me, then that's going to give you a nice edge against Bond and Burton and some of these great wide receivers that Alabama had. I'm looking at the tight end too. Michigan uses tight end so well. Yeah. Colston Loveland, that's an area where you can win if Alabama's great lockdown corners, really take over the game like that. And then from the other aspect of it, when you talk about Nick Saban and Kevin Steele, Alabama's DC and all that, you have to give them an edge as well against Sharon Moore, who's been incredible this whole season. But I don't know, I'm just starting to see more and more that this could be a defensive matchup. I don't think either team is going to be able to have long, sustained drives just running the football. They're not just going to be able to turn around, hand the ball off, and go 12 plays and score touchdowns. They're going to have to mix it up. They're going to have to pitch backwards. This goes for both teams. And when you do that, you open up opportunities for quarterbacks to make mistakes. Jalen Milroe early in the season showed you that he will make mistakes and cost Alabama the football games. He hasn't showed that late. J.J. McCarthy later in the season showed, hey, I'll make some mistakes, but when it comes, crunch time, I make the plays that are necessary to win. That's how I see it going.
What's the over-under?
The over-under
46.
46. So you're looking...
I think it plays out a lot like Alabama-Georgia played out.
Yeah, right. That's the feeling I get
like
too.
So there's some similarities there, right?
This game, it's just whichever quarterback makes the least mistakes, I think, is going to have to do a lot. Whoever wins this game, and which quarterback has a better day on the ground. When you face defenses like this, and that's one thing Alabama didn't have to worry about when it came to Georgia. No one's worried about Carson Beck taking off. I mean, he had a couple plays here and there that he ran on third down, not design runs. But I think this Alabama team changed, and kudos to the coaching staff, and we were screaming it up here for multiple weeks when they started giving Milroe the chance with quarterback design runs. All right? That is so hard for a defense to keep up with another hat in the box, but I think Michigan could do the same. You go back to that Iron Bowl game, right? When Auburn ran for 250-plus on this Alabama team. You had to worry about who? You had to worry about Peyton Thorne taking off if you're Alabama. J.J. McCarthy needs to hurt Alabama with his feet. And it's going to be hard for both teams to get a lot of yards between the tackles. Both these defenses are phenomenal in the front side, but especially Michigan, they have one of the best D tackles in the country. So which quarterback, who can stay on schedule, who makes the least mistakes, and which quarterback, especially on third down, can be that explosive play, can have that it factor. This is a game of which quarterback has the bigger it factor in this game, Jalen Milroe or J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see. I mean, Alabama's secondary tackles really well. Can anybody get explosive plays that when you get to that second level, be able to go score the ball? Because I think in the red zone, it's going to be slow moving, man.
Yeah.
It's going to be slow moving. If you're Alabama, your improvisational plays and methodology and ideology ended up winning the day over Georgia, who was just on schedule, on time, method actor, Daniel Day-Lewis. That's going to be interesting to see. Hey, YouTube, that's right. Got the Lady Ballers here. Maybe you didn't know we have a sports show, probably the best one you've ever heard about. Talk a little bit of everything. So thanks for stopping by. Going to be reacting to some clips from our new movie. It's got 97% on Rotten Tomatoes. Biggest launch in Daily Wire history. So go check it out if you haven't. Hit that subscribe button to this channel. Call us. Hop in the live chat. It's a hell of a time.